Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. Today, let us understand the combination of Mars and Rahu. So, till now, we have done the combinations starting from Sun and all the planets associated with Sun, then Moon, then again all the planets associated with Moon. This is a combination of two planets which have been explained. So, here we are talking about an aggressive planet Mars, very protective. It protects, shields. And such a planet, along with Rahu, very enterprising planet, wants to explore, wants to go into everything. It's not that they stop at a point. Rahu cannot stop. And Mars is extremely logical. So today we are discussing this combination, and I am doing this video only for the positive results of Mars and Rahu. The negative results will follow anyway. So, this particular combination makes a person become self motivated to carve his own identity. This will never stop at a place. It will start moving ahead slowly and change the person's personality so that he will try to do something for himself. So, that is, he can become an entrepreneur, an investor, and a lawyer, an advocate, a logical interpreter. Let us not go into the professions like a lawyer or an advocate. A logical interpreter, a person who has, firm stance on his opinion. This is very important here. People will keep, commenting on placements of Mars. There is a, infamous, I'll not call it famous, infamous high of Kuja Dosha or Manglik Dosh. And now, if that Manglik Dosh placement, which happens in Dvidvadasha Chatussaptashtamaha, that is 212, 478, from a given point of reference, now the reference point would be Moon or ascendant. And if Mars is placed in 212, 478 from it, Mangal Dosh, Kuja Dosh, or Manglik Dosh happens. What if there is Rahu along with it? Then people will go, berserk. They will tell that this Manglik Dosh cannot be handled. This person will be too opinionated. That means earlier days, this particular placement was verified in a girl's chart only to get the confirmation that the girl who is getting married into a family will not have her own wishes, her own opinions, and she would not fight for what? The rights. Maybe some places, if it is badly posited, she will even fight for the wrongs. But what if it is well placed? A person can stand on her own legs, work outside, and also work for the family, be brave enough to protect the family. Now, how come this is Manglik Dosh? Nowadays, boys are searching for these types of girls. They are searching for a bride who has all these qualities. Have a strong mindset. So let us go into this in detail. These people are very rational. These are the positive qualities of Mars and Rahu, wherein Mars is well placed, Rahu is also well placed, or either planet is well placed and neither planet is badly placed. Like Mars being debilitated and Rahu being debilitated, neither like that. So this particular native will never fear for hard work. This is the first major karakatva, that is signification for this particular placement. They never fear for hard work. They will stand by their friends forever, whatever it is. They are strong in health, robust in health, like bodybuilders, athletes, and they are very good where both intellectual, logical, and physical service is required. Intellectual, logical, and physical service. As good as people who are in implementation, marketing, installations, people have to roam around places which they have never seen, strange places. That is why the Rahu, which is a Mlecha Graha, yeah? Spies, people who can be detectives, spies for the whole country itself. They give their lives to the country, living in some other country in a different, identity altogether. So they have the power of endurance, of height. They can travel into any sort of country. They can go through any hardship. These people are very strong, very well built mentally and also physically. They can endure heat for a very long term. This is very important. That is why people in this combination can be seen working in hazardous conditions, like firefighters, like people who are handling chemicals, people who are handling radioactive elements. So these people are very tough. Not everybody can do that job. So, like people working in gas effluent, treatment systems, these people are very tough. Okay, so they have very less enemies when this particular combination is placed in the sixth house. People may not like them because of their overbold, forceful behavior, commanding behavior. Nobody likes to be commanded or to be given a rule and it has to be followed, because these people are very logical. They make tough rules. So this particular combination represents friction and heat emitting electrical devices. So such factories are good places for them to be managers, supervisors, even technicians. Liquid batteries, wildlife rescue operations, firefighting in forests, wildlife shelters, animal treatment, veterinary doctors, police, hardcore police, people who are in the rapid action force. They simply just, go there to finish their job. They are not there to introduce themselves. Outdoor catering, these are all the softer versions of this particular combination where a person will take care of his business. Outdoor catering, fast food, street food, spicy food, eatery joints, mostly hot and spicy. Non-veg is also included, but not necessarily compulsory. Why? Because if Rahu is in a positive placement, the person will be more health conscious, and non-vegetarian food is usually not considered to be that healthy if you go out of bounds. So we all know that there is a chance, the tendency of it creating a lot of medical problems. I'm not talking about the ethical practice of whether you should be non-veg or veg. I am talking about the medical, implications on a person's anatomy, his organs, because of usage of sattvic diet, that is the vegetarian diet, or the non-vegetarian diet. I'm just talking about it. So, in medical astrology, this combination represents aspirants becoming oncologists, specialists in uh, treatment of blood related complications like being hematologists, rheumatologists, pathologists, radiologists who are very much involved with radioactive elements. So these people also should have a strong Mars and Rahu combination, either in conjunction, that would be very good, or in combination of aspect. The positive placement of this particular you know combination would be the third, sixth, 10th and the 11th houses. Sometimes I have seen that people who go into hatha yoga, into a yoga which is not so easy as a sannyasa, they go into rigorous yoga, will also be seen in this particular combination. So, third house, this combination gives rise to martial arts, expert in judo, wrestling, where physical exertion with the upper body and the strength is shown, through the arms. So you can see most of the sports in Olympics or any athletic meet needs strength, leg strength, muscle strength, bone strength, upper body strength. So different types of sports, and this is with regard to the upper body strength. With influence of moon on this conjunction, I'm only talking about the positive here. The person can become an alchemist. He can become an expert in Siddha medicine. He can become a very, very good expert in Unani and Chinese medicine. This is a combination, way of concoctions, decoctions, bhasmas, that is the ash of several products, whether it might be roots, herbs. They even go into many other products which I would not want to get into now because they are all conflicting products. Most of the medicines which use animal products, that's where I am. Anyway, so if this, I'm just giving you examples that if this position is placed if this conjunction is placed in the fifth house, very good electrical and electronics engineers, particularly electrical engineers where you can see turbines, huge plants where, electricity and heat is used, electricity is used and heat is generated. So in the fourth house, you can see mining, earth moving, mineral mining, and segregation, alloy making. So all these things like lithium, uranium, many other copper or other things. But usually some particular metals like copper and all those things come under Sun, diamonds come under Venus. So we need to segregate that. It's a big chapter altogether into metals and planets. We'll do that later on. So remedial measures here. So why remedial measures for a positive placement? So here, the positive placement, people might ask, how can I enhance it if it is a little weak? How can I enhance it if it is in a position which is not third, sixth, 10th or 11th, and if it is still positive? How can I enhance it? How can I get the real good thing out of it? So, tough positive measures here. Adopt, reptiles in shelters and reserves like zoos, in your local zoos or local rehabilitation centers for particularly reptiles. They are open for adoption, so you can go there and pay for a 6 months adoption or a year adoption, and that's an excellent remedial measure for Mars Rahu combination. Even service for war victims, who have gone through amputation and disabilities. People might have gone blind because of exposure to, bomb squads who, suddenly the bomb gets exploded. These people work with hazardous situations. So if you are help to them, it's a great service. So helping firefighters and their cause to eliminate fire. I have seen many places in India. I don't know about the world because I have seen many videos outside India that people will help. They give way to the firefighters. But here, I have seen a very pathetic situation in some places that the firefighter wants to reach the place which is now fully caught up with fire, and people have jammed up that road. It's a traffic jam there and they are not bothered. It's no, at least there should be a clearance of at least 3 to 5 kilometers from the place so that the firefighter, the machines are big, the trucks are huge, so they need to come into small places where you have built your factory which is on fire. So the awareness that a person should have, that the whole community should have, that we should be, for others also, that we should cooperate, is lacking. So that is where I am telling that this can be a remedial measure now. That a person tries to educate that people should not throw cigarette butts. Cigarette butts, small pieces which is still light, it is still alight, and it is burning, and they just throw it when they are traveling on roads. Think of the forest fire which is happening because of their negligence or ignorance or stupidity, whatever you call it, or we'll call that the lack of awareness. They are not bothered. So we need to give them awareness with regard to forest fires, accidental fires, damages. So this is also a very strong remedial measure. So these are the positive points of this combination of Mars Rahu. Hope I have covered a little bit of it. There is a huge chapter on this, but anyway,
Just a glimpse.
glimpse. This is a glimpse into Mars Rahu. Thank you very much.